great discussion on club level giving, focusing in on model clubs, and I promise you that is one worth tuning into. This presentation is going to focus primarily on individual giving strategies as we enter the final push of the campaign. On behalf of the campaign office and Kiwanis International Foundation, I would like to thank Ron Smith, who is going to be leading the webinar for us this evening. Ron is the region coordinator for USA 4, which is in the western part of the United States, and we truly appreciate not only his time commitment tonight on the webinar, but also all that he's done for the Eliminate Project since the start of the campaign. So thank you very much, Ron. Welcome, and I'm going to turn it over to you.
Very good. And I thank you, Michael. It is an honor to be a part of this project and to speak with you all tonight. Thank you for taking time to join us. We truly appreciate your commitment to this project. As you might know, some of you might know anyways, I recently traveled to Indonesia to witness the maternal and neonatal tetanus elimination efforts and UNICEF's work. The trip reinforced my commitment to this project, and I know that with the entire Kiwanis family coming together, we will eliminate MNT. We will protect the women and the babies, like those I met in Indonesia, from this deadly disease. The photo on this page is my wife, Joanne, a pediatric registered nurse, holding two of the many of the babies that we were able to hold throughout the trip. With each came the acknowledgement that my baby is here because of you, Kiwanis. What we saw in Indonesia is where our Eliminate project is heading. The success of the Eliminate project was evident right from the beginning with our 5-hour briefing by the local UNICEF staff in Jakarta. The progress and what I had assumed was a simple shot program was unbelievable in the 4 years of our involvement there. They have advanced in most areas to creating permanent health records for all of the children, and are administering the same tetanus diphtheria shots that we get to all children, not only the infants. And all of this at the expense of the Indonesian government, who is funding the entire program. The many communities we visited there on several of the islands that make up Indonesia welcomed us wherever we went. They knew we were Kiwanis, and they welcomed us as Kiwanians. They could not thank us enough for our efforts, and come to find out, many are children of those we cared for during the IDD project. The MNT program is more than a shot. We are creating and elevating the presence of health professionals in the countries that are involved in the Eliminate project. Due to our impact at this point in Indonesia, the health professionals are now able to address concerns with support of the Indonesian government in the area of nutrition and sanitation. And the education and health issues has advanced beyond the mothers and young women to entire families throughout the region. What we saw and witnessed there were people, especially the children, who now have hope. What we witnessed is world-changing. Before getting into the giving strategies, I'd like to highlight our worldwide progress in our efforts to eliminate maternal and neonatal tetanus. As of November 16, 2014, The Eliminate project has raised nearly 72.5 million US dollars in cash and pledges. These crucial funds will help save or protect more than 40 million women and their future babies from MMT. That is about the size of the population of Argentina. I have great news to share. You might have already heard, but according to a new report by the Child Health Epidemiology Reference Group, the number of babies dying from neonatal tetanus has dropped more than 15% between 2010 and 2013. Thanks to Kiwanis International, UNICEF, and its partners, approximately 9,000 fewer babies are dying each year, 25 fewer each day from neonatal tetanus. That means one baby now dies every 11 minutes. Before, we were reporting one baby died every 9 minutes from neonatal tetanus. This shows the impact of the Kiwanis family through the Eliminate project. This is great, but 134 babies still die each day. We must act now so we can close the remaining 37.5 million US dollars to help women and babies around the world. Let's discuss some strategies that will help get us there. During the year of celebration and Kiwanis Centennial Year, the focus is on individual giving initiatives, which include Save a Baby a Day, the Centennial Award, personal giving pages, and in the next month, holiday giving. I will explain each component in greater detail. It is important to keep in mind that all of these are tools to help increase club giving, a topic we will discuss tomorrow with Barry Werfel from the Speakers Bureau, and he will be here tomorrow night. First, we have Save a Baby a Day. This is a new initiative to encourage individual gifts and stress the impact of $1.80. What if you woke up every morning knowing you saved a baby from MNT? Really, think about that. Every day you made a difference. This is the message we want to communicate to every Kiwanian, every member of the Kiwanis family. Remember, just $1.80 can save a life. For 657 US dollars, you can save 365 lives, or one life every day for a year. These children could now give their parents 133,225 good night kisses every year. For 1,314 US dollars, you can extend your impact and protect 730 lives. That is a baby a day for 2 years. Their parents will now receive over 1 million hugs a year. And you have now formed youth soccer teams, kindergarten classes that would not have existed without you contributing. To help campaign leaders spread the word, the Eliminate Project Campaigns Office has created several resources. First is the web page The direct link is www.theeliminateproject.org/baby. Let me show you the page. Here is the landing page again. We see that message, $657 will save a baby a day for a year. Giving is easy. Decide what you want to give. Click on the pink box, and it will take you to the giving page. Here is the giving page. You complete all of your personal information here. Then scroll down to select gift amount. There's also an other amount available. Then scroll down to enter your club information. Remember, clubs do get credit for including model clubs. Simple. Like other giving opportunities, non-Kiwanians can save a baby a day too. It's time to include members of your family and your friends. We need to share this awesome opportunity. Other available items include a flyer, seen on the left, a pledge card, shown on the right, and a brochure. These materials have been printed and will be distributed through your districts. The goal is to get these materials into the hands of club members as soon as possible. The key phrase is as soon as possible. Time for action, and the time for action is now. If you have questions about the Save a Baby a Day initiative, type them into the question box. We will address those at the end of the webinar. You can also contact the Eliminate Project Campaign Office with your questions. Next, we have the Centennial Award. The Centennial Award is a new and exclusive opportunity to honor Kiwanis' 100 years of service. The limited edition recognition is available for gifts of $1,500 US. These gifts will benefit the Eliminate Project and help Kiwanis deliver its gift to the world, a world without maternal and neonatal tetanus. In addition to giving hope to families around the world, donors will receive a lapel pin, which you can see on the top, and a framed medallion and personalized certificate. Again, you get an idea of what it will look like from the photo on the bottom. Donors may make gifts or pledges now through the Kiwanis International Convention in June 2015. Presentation of the Centennial Award will begin in January 2015. Pledging is available for this award by the initial payment, but the initial payment must be made before June. Donors will receive the lapel pin after the initial pledge is received, and then the personalized certificate and medallion will be available once the gift is paid in full. You can make a gift online or with the Eliminate Project gift form. Both can be found online at www.theeliminateproject.org/give. Our next topic is personal giving pages. Saving women and their babies through the Eliminate Project just became easier. In just 4 simple steps, you can easily create your own personal fundraising page. You can also set up a team page with your friends, or if you are part of the Kiwanis family, a page for your club or district to raise funds for the Eliminate project. Let's walk through these steps together. Step 1 is creating a page. When you go onto the Give page, which we discussed a few minutes ago, there's a link to set up your fundraising page. That link will take you to a page that looks like this. Here you have the option to give a gift or register for a page. Click Register Now. Type in your name and email. Then you create a password. Select Individual, then complete. Information to sign up. Set your personal fundraising goal. You could have also selected Create or Join a Team. Click Complete Registration. It will then ask you for your billing information. Step 2 is spreading the word. Once you have created an account, you will see this dashboard when you log in. Elwal's, the Eliminate Project Campaign Office, has allowed us to use her page as an example tonight. Click Share or Send Emails at the top of the screen. Your first option is to share the link to your personal giving page through social media. You can click on Facebook or Twitter, and it will redirect you to the page. If you want to send an email, click Email Communication. Type email addresses into the To box at the top. There is a template message already prepared for you to send, but feel free to jazz it up and make it more personal. Why do you support the Eliminate Project? Why should others help our cause? In the message you provide, tell them how you feel and why this project is important to you. When the message is ready, click the Send Message button at the bottom of the screen. There are other messages like invite new team members on the side of the page. Now for step 3, which is tracking your progress. Click My Donations at the top of the screen. This page shows you what has been donated online and how far you are from goal. You can see who visits your page and review who has made a contribution. If you have received checks or cash donations, enter those amounts in here, and then be sure to mail those to the Kiwanis International Foundation as soon as possible. And now our final step, sharing success. Your supporters will want to hear about your progress. Update your personal page and send thank you emails. Just click on Send Thank You Emails, and it will bring you to a page where you can select the supporters and send the message. To update your personal page, go back to your dashboard and modify the text. The personal fundraising pages are the perfect way to encourage people to save a baby a day. Update your personal page, message, email, and social media messages with the language that we discussed earlier. You can even link back to the web page so they can learn more. Here are some sample messages to use. Short and simple, but the impact could be huge. Our fourth topic for tonight is holiday giving. What could be a better gift than saving a life? The holiday season is a very generous time of year. Not only are people thinking about how blessed they are also thinking about how to share their gifts with others. While the malls, toy stores, online websites are packed with holiday shoppers, ask people, what if your holiday gift could save a life? Would you give? Would you give the gift of life? On the Eliminate Project website, under Recognition, there's a link for holiday giving. The direct link is www.theeliminateproject.org/holidaygiving. By clicking this link, you will be brought to a catalog. On this page, you will be presented with many options to save lives, from the donations of $180 that save or protect more than 100 lives, to major gifts that save or protect more than 14,000 lives. There's a level for everyone. If none of these levels is exactly right, you can choose the Your Impact option to determine a multi-year commitment of any size. When you click on your gift level of choice, a story of a woman we are protecting appears. Let's look at an example today. I choose to give a diamond level for Walter Zeller Fellowship. It brings up a photo and a story of Shanaz Bibi, who lost her newborn Shimraz to tetanus. These are the women we are helping through the Eliminate Project. Women like Shanaz should not lose their babies to a preventable disease. And they won't, thanks to Kiwanis and UNICEF. As you can see, donors can make a gift directly from this page. Each of us needs to lead by example. Just like with Save a Baby a Day, holiday giving can be shared through your personal giving page. Add it to your wish list. Again, update your personal page message, email and social media messages to focus on the season of giving and cheer. Remember, people are feeling generous this time of year. So really highlight the impact of a gift. You can even use stories from the webpage. Share the importance of their holiday gift. Keep in mind that the end of the calendar year is coming up. For charitable donations to qualify for tax deductions, they must be postmarked by December 31st, 2014. If you haven't yet made a gift to the Eliminate Project in 2014, there's still time. And if you have made a gift, consider another before the year ends. After all, it's a great way to make the year complete and to extend your Kiwanis impact in 2014. Make a gift using any of the resources we've discussed tonight and encourage others to follow in your generosity. Start your own. Pay it forward. I want to thank each of you for taking the time from your busy schedules to be a part of this webinar tonight. Joanne and I have made our commitment to save a baby a day and the new Centennial Award. We are also preparing our messages to go out to the members of our family and friends to share the opportunity to save a baby a day. Why would we not want to share this opportunity? We encourage each of you to do the same. May God bless each and every one of you for your passion and belief in a program that is world-changing and fulfilling the mission we have as Kiwanians, serving the children of the world.
Thanks so much, Ron, for that great webinar and leading us through so many different avenues of individual giving. We'll take the time now to run through some of the questions that have come up from audience members during the webinar. As a reminder, if you have a question, please type it into the question box on the control panel of the webinar, and now will be the time for us to answer it. Of course, if you do not feel comfortable sharing the question that way, or would prefer to exchange the question, have it answered via email, you can always email the campaign office at campaign@theeliminateproject.org, and someone will get back to you promptly. All right, Ron, it looks like our first question is related to the Centennial Award. And they're noting that the Centennial Award is different in its design and its look and its feel from the other Eliminate Project awards, such as the Zoller or others that have been done in the past. You'll notice the Kiwanis K and the logo on the medallion rather than our traditional mother and baby medallion. Ron, what are your thoughts? Here's the question. What are your thoughts on who this award would really be able to appeal to, given that it's got a little bit of different design?
Well, having been sponsored into Kiwanis by what I would call a senior Kiwanian, and especially Kiwanians that had been involved in the IDD project, that would be a primary individual that I could see that clubs could recognize. And having been a part of a successful project once, and now having the opportunity to witness us doing it again, I think that would be the proper way to recognize our senior Kiwanians, and then also those Kiwanians in our clubs that are participating significantly with the project that we have ongoing, or have in fact taken a leadership role repeatedly over the period of time as a Kiwanian. This Centennial Award is a one-time award, and it's only during our centennial year, and it's only during the first 6 months of it.
Great. I think those are absolutely great points. Just in my experience with the Centennial Award that's been around for just a little while, I've seen people who are already Zeller donors or diamond level Zeller donors that this type of award appeals to them because they want to look at doing something different. Also, I've seen donors that, Kiwanians, where the Eliminate Project may not be their motivation for giving, but they want to take part in and they want to honor Kiwana's 100 years of service. And this definitely fits right into the wheelhouse of the award. All right, Ron, let's see, the next question we have here, it's related to, it looks like the district giving reports. The question from Bobby Phillips is, do I have a way of checking on clubs in my division as to their status of involvement in the Eliminate project?
Could you repeat that, please?
Of course. The question is, do I have a way of checking on clubs and individuals in my division as to their status of involvement? I'm guessing Bobby here is meaning whether they've contributed and how much to the Eliminate project.
That's available through the club coordinator, the division coordinator, the multi-division coordinator, the district coordinator, and ultimately at the project office to be able to locate that information and to provide it to the club.
Absolutely. You can always contact the Eliminate Project campaign office as well as any local volunteer for the Eliminate Project, and they should have that. Great. This next one is from Pam. Pam would like to know, how do we get the flyer and the other materials that highlight the Save a Baby a Day initiative?
Well, those materials were just sent out to the district coordinators. They also were sent out in some cases to the divisional coordinators. And then once again, if it didn't come either of those ways and you have not heard of it or seen of it, you need to first contact your district coordinator and then, depending on the response, contact the project office directly to have some sent to you.
Absolutely. I would add on to that. It's just like a materials request that maybe you've made in the past for other printed materials. If you can send a note, an email to us here at the campaign office, we'll be more than happy and available to ship those out. All right. Let's see. The next question here is from Brad, and I want to make sure I'm getting this right. It says, will there be a page template to engage a club membership in giving as opposed to an individual? I'm not quite sure what Brad is talking about there, but Ron, maybe do you want to talk about how the Save a Baby a Day materials can be used to engage individuals at, say, a club meeting or a larger group setting?
The Save a Baby a Day program might be the way to get your club members involved, and if they designate the club on the Save a Day Baby form, the club gets the credit for the contribution made. I'm not sure if that's exactly where you're headed on it, but
yeah. And also, I think it's a great way to ask members at a club meeting to commit to saving a baby a day. You know, additionally, if we're talking about a club-level pledge, something like a model club, which is a pledge over a 5-year period, that's absolutely something that we want to be talking about, and I would encourage you to come back tomorrow night, where we're going to be talking all about solely and only model clubs and how to encourage and help clubs reach and set a model club goal.
Another example of this was done by one of our clubs in the Southwest, where the average age is over 72, and they are going to utilize the Save a Baby Day form by putting it into the Christmas cards that they're sending out, and they're letting their family members know that they no longer need a tie or a shirt or really a Christmas gift at this point in time. What they're asking them to do is make a contribution through the Save a Baby a Day program, and to recognize them and their Kiwanis Club. And then they're giving a subtle hint, and you also can deduct it on your taxes, the gift that you're going to give me for Christmas. So the club is putting this together and promoting it.
Yeah, also, just something to highlight here, when you look at philanthropic giving data across the United States, and you ask someone in the U.S., why did you give a donation to a charity? Overwhelmingly, 8 out of 10 people will say they gave because of the impact that that gift had for that particular nonprofit. And that, to me, is what the Save a Baby a Day initiative is all about. There is no better way to highlight the impact that your giving can have than to say when you get up or when you go to bed every day that you've been able to save a life with your donation. All right. Thank you for that great question. On to another question here is, can previous contributions be included in one's personal page? And this is from Robert, and I'm assuming Robert is talking about the online giving pages that we ran through how to create. Ron, I'll go ahead and take this one. Right now, that's not an option. However, if you are working towards something like a Zeller in terms of a pledge, you would be credited with any of the gifts that came in through that personal giving page. So if you had already given $100 previously, and you you start raising funds online, we would automatically credit any of those gifts that came in online toward, along with your $100 that you already gave, toward whatever piece of recognition that you would be working toward. So you're not going to lose out on the opportunity in terms of obtaining some type of recognition for the very generous giving that you're doing and that you're getting others to do as well. All right, another question here from Jim. This looks like, it says, are the forms not available for download from the website yet? Ron, this is another one I can handle. It's not yet, Jim, is the short answer. They are currently not yet available for download off the website. If you do want to see some electronic copies for maybe a PowerPoint presentation or something, I would encourage you to reach out to us here at the campaign office, and we'll see what we can do to help you get those personal personal needs. Great. Ron, a question here for you from Brad. You presented a mean of creating an individual page for fundraising. The question is, can that process be applied to tracking and encouraging a club membership to make contributions, as a whole?
I believe that can, and it's available for the clubs to go ahead and to do that. And I think that the office would be able to help you in setting it up if you're having any problems in the process.
Absolutely. When you're creating the page, you can either create it as an individual, or you can create a team and have people join that team. I think it's a great idea to have the members of a club join and create their own fundraising pages, because it's an opportunity to draw in donations from non-Kiwanians that you know, your friends, your family, through email, through Facebook, and all of that would go toward the team page, which then also, of course, counts toward the club's overall model club pledge that you're hopefully working toward. That's a great question. Thank you for that one, Brad. Ron, another question here about the Save a Baby a Day materials, and this is that, and I'm paraphrasing, but the question is about how when you go to a club meeting, there always seem to be, flyers at the check-in or flyers on each of the tables, and it's always there's always a lot of cards and clutter there. What are your thoughts and your recommendations on how we can draw special attention to the Save a Baby a Day pledge card and the Save a Baby a Day materials, so that way they're not lost in the shuffle?
I think I would base that around a speaking opportunity, and have that be the program to kick off to kick it off within the club, and have those materials available, but maybe not available on every table, but on the table as they go out, so they can go ahead, and those that want to have it can go ahead and pick one up on the way out the door and become a part of that giving up opportunity.
Great. Ron, this is a question that I hear quite frequently, and I'd love to get your insight into, because you've asked for individual gifts of all sizes, asked clubs for commitments of all sizes. Some Kiwanians may be hesitant to approach an individual member or a group of individuals to make such a significant commitment as a Zeller or a Centennial Award. What would be your advice to them in terms of why they shouldn't be afraid and how they can make that ask very effective in the end?
Well, I don't know if I can give them the same opportunity that I've had, but having gone on the site visit, I don't think there is anyone out there that I would be hesitant about approaching. If you are, you need to find someone in your club who has that passion and the belief in this, that they can go ahead and approach this to anybody and have them be the point of contact for the project within your club. But what you can provide that individual is that point of contact and who they should be contacting, and who would be a good opportunity to become a Zeller contributor and or recipient.
That's great. That's a great point. Also, just to share a little bit of my experience, I've had a wide array of experiences in asking individuals for gifts in clubs. My advice would be that there's not a reason to be afraid. What you're doing is you're speaking on behalf of the women and the babies that cannot speak for themselves. You're going and giving someone an opportunity, or a club an opportunity, to have an impact on history, and you're their voice, you're their envoy. I've had people thank me, really wholeheartedly thank me for coming and presenting them with the opportunity because they wanted to get involved and no one had asked them yet, which was key, that someone went and asked them. Ron, another question here from Pam. She'd like to know, does the Centennial Award need to be completely paid for between January and June at International Convention, or is there a payment plan?
The Centennial Award needs to be initiated prior to the end of the convention in June. And depending on the payment plan you're going with will determine when that is completed, and at that time is when you actually receive the award. Initially, you just receive the pin with the initial amount that you begin your contribution with.
That's exactly right. As long as the pledge is made before the end of convention in Indianapolis, and again, that's a 2-year pledge, then you'll be able to receive the Centennial Award. Well, I'll do a last call here for questions and wait a minute or so to see if people would like to sneak any last-minute ones in. Of course, we have a great opportunity to pick Ron's brain here tonight. All right, well, it looks like, hearing none, I would just very much like to thank Ron again for taking the time to join us this evening and lead us in this great webinar. I hope everybody has learned a lot about all these individual giving options and is very excited about going out and sharing this with the Kiwanians in your area. It's because of you that we are going to be able to eliminate tetanus together and have this historic opportunity. So I want to thank all of you for joining us and taking time out of your very, very busy day and schedules. I'll say a very happy holidays to everyone, and please do join us again tomorrow night, same time, 7 o'clock Eastern, same place, on your computers, hopefully maybe cozy in your pajamas when it's cold outside, to learn more about model clubs and all the exciting opportunities we have going around surrounding that idea. So thank you all very much again. Have a great evening and a great holidays, and we hope to see you again tomorrow night.